Okay, hello sexy souls, welcome back to the channel. And yes, before we begin, I would just like to thank Mariana for the suggestion for today's reading, which is who is visiting you in the astral or who has visited you, and also kind of like your reasoning for having more experiences and feeling like your soul maybe is more present astrally, doing more of the work as they call it, or like what is your reasoning for your soul to be going there, like what lessons does it have to learn, etc, etc. There's many things that can go into it, but we will probably just touch on a few of those as well throughout the reading. I do want to say as well, if you have booked a reading with me, there are a few people who've booked readings with me and they have not emailed me, they haven't told me their questions. I have sent a thing for them to like book in, which is my new, it's not new, it's old, but I have got rid of the website that I had because I was just having issues with it, and I was like, you know what, less is more, it's easier. So I'm back to using the Linktree and Calendly. So you just click the Linktree in the description and then you click the Calendly. It'll take you to Calendly, and then you can then book your space for a reading. Because I won't be doing that many. At the minute they're like completely open. But as I get bookings, I take a lot of it off then, because I don't want to be doing too many readings for this month, so I want to kind of pace it in my own way so that I'm working in a efficient way for me and my energy, because I got a little bit sick, as you can probably still hear. I got sick again. So I was sick, then I was fine, and then I got sick again. But yeah, so that is that. I don't have anything else to say other than I'm excited for this reading. As always, it will be quick, short, and sweet. And yeah, that's the way I kind of like these YouTube readings. So for this is group number 1. This is group number 2, group number 3, and group number 4. Also, if you have any suggestions for readings that you want me to do, the more unique, the better. The ones that are the unique ones are the ones that I will probably choose, because I just want something a little bit different to read about rather than the usual questions. Like I get that people come to me with like normal sort of questions, but I like doing these as well because it like lets us have a little bit of fun with it. Okay, so yes, let us begin. Okay, hello group number 1. So we will start with I'll just spread the cards first. Okay, so we have the strength card. If it will focus, if it'll focus on her face. I love this card. Why is it not? Maybe if I just touch the screen. Yeah. I love this card. One of my favorite cards in this deck. We have answers. Okay. We have the Knight of Swords. And the Tower. Okay. Now remember, we're talking about the dream space, the astral. Well, yes, the astral, not so much the dream space. And a gift. Okay. So I'm going to actually do it like this. This is how I want to talk about it. So, the first thing I want to point out is what I'm getting from this is that in the past, you have been someone who was maybe attracting energy vampires, okay? People who, you just hang around and they just suck the life out of you, and they just like, they are constantly looking for attention, they're constantly looking for you to compliment them, or you know, fight their battles, etc., etc. So that is what I'm getting from this. You are being protected though, because we have this strength card. So this is sort of the gift that you have at the minute, is that you have a little bit of that extra support. So when you're going to sleep at night, imagine that you are being protected by this huge snake, and that no matter where you go, nothing can really touch you. Okay, so there is massive protection here astrally. So if you're waking up, I'm just hearing, if you're waking up and you're really, really like tired, it's not that you have been like astrally, you know, you've been drained of your energy and the astral. For you, that's not really what it is. I'm getting more so here that you're just very sensitive to the astral, because you are someone who just takes a little bit longer to, you know, be in the body. So waking up in the morning, and you might feel really stiff if you've been doing a lot of like stuff in the astral. You might feel really stiff, and it might take you a minute to just kind of get yourself back together again. But the moving the body like a snake. So, you know, rolling your spine and sort of getting your body back into alignment. So a little bit of like what I love to do is qigong. It's really, really good for just like stretching and getting your energy back and getting your body kind of moving again and flowing. Okay? Because, you know, when our astral body comes back into our human body, it can take a while. Okay? And that's what happens when people drink alcohol as well. Their astral body, and what, you know, what the hangover is when your body comes back, or when your astral body comes back into your physical body. So it causes all of the like hangover sort of feelings, and you know, along with everything else like the health stuff. But like I'm talking about astral effects, is like that's what it is. Sort of like this tower, everything sort of comes crumbling, crashing down again. So this is just something that I want to let you know, is that you're a little bit more sensitive to the astral than other people. Okay? I am hearing, just for some of you, if you are a mother, you could be doing a little bit more of the work right now, because you are sort of in that space helping your kids, and sort of helping them navigate life. Okay, so if you're wanting to help your kids, just sort of ask it to be done in the astral, because you're already doing it anyway. So you know, if you're having weird dreams, know that maybe they're also having weird dreams, like sort of picking it up. I'm picking it up in that way. So if that's for anyone that is a mother, you might be in their astral plane helping them. Okay, so that's something that I'm getting here. With the answers card, I feel that something that you might not know is that there are people who are wanting to stay close by you, but not really wanting to be exposed. Okay, there's nothing negative about this Knight of Swords, other than the fact that they know they don't belong. They know they shouldn't be there. Okay, because this Tower card, it's like the minute that you find out that they are sort of messing with your energy, or meaning like they're sort of, you know, interfering with it in certain ways, once you expose it, it's done. The tower will fall. Okay, so I think that the answers card here is, what you need to realize is that consent is the gift that we have. Once we give our consent away, okay, that is when, you know, things can be done that we don't want necessarily to happen, because we've been sort of tricked into it. You have the protection of the snake. Okay, you just now need to see who are the people in your life that are just sort of there to have you close, but they don't really want to see you succeed. Okay, they sort of want to stop you from getting the right answers, okay? They don't want you to get the right answers, because when you get the right answers, then you are rewarded, you're given gifts, and you know, you're getting successful, and your life is going in a direction that is really, really good. And they don't necessarily want your life to get really, really good. Okay? And that's a lot of people do that, okay? So this is just something that I'm picking up here with this Knight of Swords, okay? So yes, pay attention to people like this. For some people, it is an X, okay? For some people, it is an X. And with the gift, you see, I just want to see what I'm seeing. Yeah, I'm seeing like flowers to, I'm just seeing a bouquet. So it's sort of giving me the impression that you might be handed a bouquet of flowers, or you might notice that certain people like to give gifts to you to sort of like make you feel appreciated, or, you know, make you think that they, you know, they care about you or whatever. It's not entirely the case. There's more to it. There's always a reason why people, you know, buy people good gifts. Okay, especially out of the blue. When you're not, you know, if you're not completely in a full-on relationship with that person, and they're just like giving you lots of things, there's something to it. So just pay attention. Not with everybody. You know, you attract what you are, but for you right now, what you're attracting is people who don't want to see you get better. So this is something that you all also need to notice, is that you need to want to get better too. You need to want to be able to fight your own battles as well, because the snake is here for protection right now, but it won't always be there. Okay. But yeah, I think that is all, because I don't want to be specific. The most specific energy I'm getting here is X, an X energy. And what that could mean is just people that are in your astral are a lot of people coming from the past. You know, X's in all areas. X boss, X. It just seems like a lot of people from the past are coming in. Okay? Or sort of wondering what you're doing with your life. You know that like in your everyday life, you sort of all of a sudden have a memory of someone and you're like, oh, I wonder what they're doing. It's usually because you've met them in the astral, or you sort of like came together with them. So if you've been like recently thinking like, oh, I wonder what that person's doing, could be that they're in your astral and they're snooping around. Okay, and vice versa. Okay. So that is all I have for you, group number 1. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the future. Goodbye. Okay, hello, group number 2. Welcome to your reading. So I'm going to show the cards first. So we have the 8 of Swords. Okay. We have reconciliation. Okay. And we have the Knave of Coins reversed. I'm just going to put it up right now for now. So you have someone in your astral that you don't want to be there. They don't want to be there. Or you don't want to have them there. 5 of Wands. They are jealous, obviously, of you. And we have official person. Okay, 22. So I'm not sure. This could be someone that they could be someone that you used to be very, very close with, and now all of a sudden they have changed. Something to do with their job or position has changed, and maybe you are a little bit jealous as well of them, because it could be with the 5 of Wands here. It seems like it's working both ways, and again, it's equal on each side. So it's someone who you have a little bit of a jealous feeling towards. Now, sometimes jealousy works in weird ways. You might be, thinking like, I'm not a jealous person though, but then you're having these weird energies coming in, and it's because it's part of your story with this person, okay? Now, the interesting part here is that what you're really doing, you're doing a little bit of lower astral work here, and you're doing it alone. So that's just something that I wanted to point out. How I'm kind of seeing this lower astral is, you're in the water here. So when you're kind of like in the middle part, which is very kind of like, it just sort of mirrors this world. And if you've seen the movie like Stranger Things, it's kind of like that a little bit, but not as creepy. So that's kind of how I like to explain it. But under the water, that's sort of, once you go into the water, into the depths, that's where this Eight of Swords is. And to me, it has something to do with your health, okay? Because this is the token, the key, the code that's connected to this. Because I'm just looking at that sword, and it's pointing right down to what she's holding in her hand, which is this diamond. So the really, hard thing that's been under a lot of pressure is your health, or something connected to your diet. So I honestly think that there is some sort of emotional stuff that you have to really sort out, really get to the bottom of, because what I really see here is that with like shadow work and things like that, it's kind of, really, if you look at it, we're going towards the light. We're not going towards the shadow. We're not facing the shadow is the easy part. We're running away from the light, really. Okay, so that's what's happening. We want the shadow to, make us feel better. Sometimes we like face our shadow and it makes us just kind of stay stagnant. The hard truth is that if you want to start feeling better in this situation in your life right now, if you want to actually get serious about it and you want to earn the badge, you have to just dedicate and say to yourself, I'm going to change my diet. I'm going to start eating lighter. I'm going to start feeling like I can, be less sluggish and move my body and sort of like get into a flow, a rhythm, rather than sort of lying and feeling like, I'm never going to start feeling like life is working in my favor. Okay, so you need to sort of realize that you are maybe being affected right now by other people's opinions. Okay, so this Knave of Coins is, you are having a lot of people in your astral plane that are sort of letting you down, okay? It's like holding hands with someone and then all of a sudden they just let you go and you fall into the water and you're like under and you're in the depths, and it's like, why do people treat people like that? Like all of a sudden everything is really, really good, and then snap, they say something and it's like, why did they say that? Like, why did they have to do that to me? Like, there was no call for it. I don't understand. And then you feel really bad about yourself, etc., etc., and you cry yourself to sleep, and crying yourself to sleep then puts you into sort of having to go into the emotion. Like, what is that hot spot? What is that thing that's triggering you the most? Okay, so in a way, you want to sort of recognize the people in your actual life that are jealous of you, or that you're jealous of, okay? And then you have to get to the bottom of like why that is. That's what I'm hearing. Also, you're being pushed by a boss or someone who is official. Okay, so I am seeing that that's something that is happening as well. You might be having even just dreams about a boss or someone who's quite serious, or the military or the police, or just someone who is in your dreams a lot that is some sort of an official person, or someone that you would take very seriously, as you personally who take this person very seriously. That's something that I'm seeing. as well, but they are bringing the fire, okay? Because what I'm feeling for you right now is that you're in this sort of like, you don't really want to get up, you don't really want to, you know, make much movement, you want to protect what you have, the magic that you know, you've built up so far, but in reality, you need to be poked. You need you need the fire to spark things up again. You need to be moving. You need to take action in your everyday life, okay? So there is a lot going on in your sleeping state and in your astral that is making you probably feel a little bit more anxious, because it's wanting you to get out of that situation. And it's, again, like I said, it's highly connected to people who tell you things that you don't want to hear, okay? So now it's time to start coming back together with people and spending time with people that actually make you feel good, but also listening to the people that do say things that you don't want to hear and taking that into account and being like, you know what, they're just reflecting, they're poking at turning me into a diamond. They're trying to trigger me, and I need to accept the trigger. I need to accept what they're saying and really, really like mold it and turn it into something that is precious. Okay? So that is it. And also I'm seeing that the number 9 might be coming up a lot as well. Obviously as well 2, but the number 9 is something that I'm feeling for you guys. Okay, so yeah. There is, for some people, soul retrieval, okay, and that's what that's about. So trust me when I say this, you might sort of start feeling like you're going to completely change in the next 3 to 6 months. You're going to notice that you're living a completely new life, because I do feel like this reconciliation is a part of your old self as well, not just this person, but this is you. Okay, so you are going to be reconnecting, because there is someone who's in this circle that you need to get to, okay, and this person is you. So there is a part of your old self that you have forgotten about, and that has sort of been trapped in the space because of trauma, and it's fragmented or whatever, but you're getting that back. Now, you might not remember doing this. Some people don't remember it, but some of you might actually have an experience where you know that you went and you retrieved your soul. This could have already happened, but what the effects of that are now, cause and effect, is you're going to notice that you are feeling a lot more complete, and that you are feeling a lot like a 2.0 version of yourself, like really, really good. Okay, so that is what I'm getting from that. But yeah, that is all that I have for group number 2. If you enjoyed this, leave a comment down below, and yeah, I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye. Okay, hello group number 3. Welcome to your reading. So the first card we have is the World. I love this card. Okay. We have dreams. So not just who's visiting you in the astral, but also what are your dreams trying to tell you. So maybe researching or sort of looking for books that help with dream work, or keeping some sort of a journal. You know, something that I actually use, it's called Otter. It's like a voice app. And when I wake up, because I don't really like writing, obviously, you know, you don't want to get up and open your eyes and get a pen and get a book and open up, and no. So I literally just wake up with my eyes closed, and I go on the app, and I just voice out the things that are going on in the dream, and I try and explain the emotions and, you know, the scenery and what everything is making me feel. Okay, because sometimes dreams can seem really scary, but actually they weren't that scary. There was just something else it was trying to tell you. So yeah, that's just something that I'm picking up here, is that in general your dream space is mostly trying to tell you stuff. Okay, so there might be people who have been visiting you in your dreams. I think I'm just being called to talk about this for you, group number 3, because you aren't as much doing astral sort of traveling and astral dream stuff. It's more so just like your normal dreams. Okay. I have the sun. I have the sun reversed. Okay. I have the strength card, fortitude. And I have the court house. Okay. Some of you, obviously, with the sun card reversed, you've lost a part of your happiness. You've also lost a little bit of your inner child spark. Okay. So that's what your soul. When I see the world card, I see this as the oversoul, okay? And especially in this card, I see this as the one that protects the sunshine, okay? Son of God, okay? So, sons and daughters, obviously, but like sun, I'm thinking on this as well. Okay, so this is, you're definitely being protected at this time. You don't really have people really coming into your astral space at the minute, other than angels and your big main. The biggest thing that I want you to pay attention to is like for example, the lion. If you see a lion, really start noticing the symbolism of that and really sort of go towards what it's showing you, because as well I feel like there is a big emphasis here, because when I see the sun, I think on, especially with it being reversed, I think on the immune system. So I think that what's happening in here is your dream world is trying to send you signs on how you can sort of rebuild your immune system back up. So if you've been sick or you've been feeling groggy or whatever, it's time to change your ways in and getting back out into sunshine again, sort of recharging your energy with the energy of the sun, because I feel like that is the only way you're going to start feeling a little bit better, because your dream space is being affected as well. Okay, so the messages aren't as clear and you're not able to do as much in your dream world because you're not really looking after your body properly. Okay, so you need to start looking after your body a little bit more. We have court house here as well, so there may be something that you're worried about that is connected to the courts, and this is also why you are sort of being protected by angels and guides and stuff like this, because whatever has happened, it was number 23-5 change. It had to be this way because it was something that had to change the way that you see the feminine in the feminine energy. Okay, especially when it comes to like hard work, okay, or especially when it comes to respect, or feeling safe as well, things like that. The feminine energy, what it really truly wants is to feel safe around the masculine energy. And with the sun being reversed, and me usually I connect the sun to the masculine, with the sun being reversed, it's like, we want to feel safe, we want to feel like we can grow in our environment. However, that's not always the case. Sometimes we have to fall, sometimes we have to feel unsafe in the world so that we can choose what it is that we deserve. Okay, so sometimes we outgrow our sense of security, and that is why I think that this is the message for you today. Okay, so you're really, that's the only thing that I truly see happening is you're sort of in school. So in your astral, you're sort of, I'm seeing it almost like Rapunzel when she's like locked up in the room. You're sort of in that space at the minute where you're not really allowed out. Now that sounds a little bit ridiculous because in the astral world. That's not really how it works necessarily, because it has to do with contracts or things that have to wait to be on. It's tied to us here in the physical. So once everything to do with all of this, you know, once you build your strength back up again, once you work on your immune system, and once you get rid of all of these things that have to do with the law or the courts or the, you know, the government or whatever, once these are all cleared, then your soul can sort of start having these lessons and experiences in the dream space. Okay, so you just need to clear up and clean out all of the things in your physical reality. So it's time for you to really be careful with what you have in your hand. A little flower here. Be careful. It's a delicate time for you, okay? And it is something that is maybe bringing up things from the childhood as well that you don't really want to deal with. But it is time for you to clear those out so that Rapunzel can let down her hair and just take the leap of faith and start over, okay? But yeah, with the World card again, the World card is connected to Saturn. Saturn is connected to lessons, and the lessons here seem to be connected to the courts, and also about choosing what is right for you and to really start reflecting on the things that make you happy and going more towards them once this is all cleared. But at the minute, you don't really have any interference, or you're sort of in isolation in your astral until all this is over and done with. But like I said, pay attention to your dreams. Maybe you're seeing golden butterflies, maybe you're seeing a lion, maybe you're starting to start being really connected to the moon. Now the moon is like trying to tell you it's time to reflect, it's time to go deeper, to go within and look within yourself, okay? The sun sort of wants to just shine a light on the good things, but the reality here is things are not really that good as of now. So once they start getting good, you don't have to reflect it. When things are going good, there's no need or no reason to be like, I need to do like inner work. No, you don't need to do it when everything's going good. When things are just really shit, that's when you do the work and you sort of be like, okay, what's this? What's wrong with me right now? What I need to look at. But when things are going good, you can just let all that go. But as of now, your dreams are wanting you to communicate. Okay? But yeah, that is all that I have for you, group number 3. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, leave a comment down below, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye. Okay, hello, group number 4. Welcome to the reading. So, let's just look at the cards first. We have the 2 of Pentacles. I was trying to figure out what that was there, sorry. I was looking at the 2 because I'm focused on these 2 lines here. I was thinking on 2 of Wands, but no, it's the 2 of Pentacles. However, we will talk about these 2 timelines. That's what I'm seeing it as. And also between worlds kind of thing. Forgiveness. Okay. We have the forgiveness, so we're definitely dealing with in your astral, and also something that's draining your energy in the physical world as well, because we have a reflection of that. Is definitely there is emotional issues that are draining your life force energy, and that is what's sort of being restored in the astral space or your dream space. Okay, now, okay, we have Queen of Wands. This Queen of Wands, sort of like a high priestess, but not really a high priestess. More so, the glam. There's something about the glam or the art or there's something very artistic about this Queen of Wands, okay? She's not afraid to sort of show that she's been through things by her appearance, okay? Meaning like having certain tattoos, or having this kind of extravagant makeup or hair, or showing off in a way that's like, you know, I've been through some shit, so I don't care what you think about me. I'm going to look like this, and that's it, motherfucker. Okay, so there's someone, or there are people with that energy that are in your astral space. Now, this is a positive thing, okay? Because they're helping you break out of the imprisonment that you've put yourself in, okay? So this is a rescue mission, okay? Because I feel that in the astral, you're doing a lot of things on your own, or you're feeling a little bit like lost in a way, and it's because you need that little bit of extra support to help yourself start, you know, creating the life for yourself that you desire, okay? Because with the Wands energy here, and sort of this, you know, ray here, if you see the Ace of Wands, and then this like light that's around her, that's sort of what I'm seeing, is that the magic and the key to helping yourself right now in your life is to spend time with people that are all about expressing yourself and not caring what people think about you, and, you know, living that kind of glamorous sort of lifestyle that you want to sort of experience, okay? It's not that you want to live that life for the rest of your life, but, you know, buying a big expensive coat and just feeling the luxury of having that comfort, or, you know, doing the things that you like, okay? So it's not about being materialistic and like la 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 whatever. It's more so about just sort of showing up in the world and wearing and expressing yourself in a way that makes you feel like you're being seen, okay? Because right now with the Two of Pentacles, you're sort of in a little bit of a fear, okay, of the world, and it wants you to start getting back out into the world, okay? And you have to forgive sort of forgive the world and the people and the collective and the hive mind, okay? You've sort of got to, because if you can see that card, it's like all these little bees. That's why I'm seeing this. This is the hive mind, and you're like, I want nothing to do with them. I want to separate myself, okay? You have to realize that this is a part of the new age trap, okay? The new age culture sort of trap that, you know, we separate ourselves from the difficult people, and we don't hang around those people anymore. We only hang around positive people who make us feel good, blah, blah, blah. But you're still trapping. Part of yourself is still imprisoned here, because that is not the reality. The reality is everyone is different, everyone is human, and everyone has their own challenges, and you are all meant to learn from each other. You are all meant to bounce off one another and have these difficult conversations and challenges and arguments, even, like, just to, you know, learn a little bit more about yourselves, okay? So I am seeing that the number 11 here is important. So when you see like 1111 or messages that are feel connected to angels and stuff like that, you pay attention to those, okay? But someone who I see here with this Queen of Wands is the person that you know, another thing that I see with this card, got big dick energy, okay? Just if you look at the top of that little wand there, it looks like a dick, okay? And we have wand here as well. So this person that is in the astral, could be someone that is thinking about you a lot. She's like your sister from another mister. You know, she is your she's your biggest support. So sort of start kind of not copying, but sort of start doing things that she does, like you know, taking the suggestions that she's giving you, more so, sorry, because, you know, that is annoying if someone starts copying everything you do. It's like, when you're trying to, you know, clone yourself to be like me. No, don't do that. So not that, but be more, up for the adventures that she wants you to go on, and trying out the things that she wants you to try out, and just seeing how it flows. You might be someone who isn't always comfortable wearing a specific kind of a dress, or wearing a specific kind of makeup, and she's like, just try it to see how it goes. So she's sort of, this archetype even of this energy is what you'll probably start to notice more and more. But you have a lot of people visiting you that are this powerful feminine energy, because they want you to, come back. They want you to join everyone, okay? Because the splitting of worlds that everyone talks about, splitting from 3D into 5D, that everybody likes to go into this whole thing, we're already there. We just need to now work together. Okay, that's what it is. The world still looks like it's split, and it's still acting like it's split. But it's really, all that is happening is we need to work together. We need to help each other break free. We need to find what it is that everyone needs to help themselves move on. So rather than ignoring all of the bad things that people do, kind of looking at it and being non-judgmental, and being like, well, what is it that they're struggling with? What is it that they, not that you need to go and help everybody, but just this is the way we need to sort of try to work together now. It's the real magic here is when humanity sort of comes back together, the hive mind is going to start to create something different, because everyone collectively is the world is never going to be the same again. Something is changing, something is different. And that is true. So now let's make it different. But people are still afraid. They don't want it to change. They don't want the world to, be different. So with you right now, it's the biggest focus here is this forgiveness card. You're literally birthing a whole new environment for yourself. Okay, so I do sort of feel like you're experiencing good things in the astral. You're sort of going into the higher astral here with this card. You are kind of going into this sort of luxurious, heaven on earth kind of place. Okay, but to bring that into fruition, you also need to work with the actual physical earth, okay? So you are, you're up there, you are powerful enough to be experiencing life sort of in a futuristic way, or, later on down the line, you're sort of already living in it. But we came here to be human. We came here to learn the lessons in the physical, okay? Because that's where, in the astral, lessons are a little bit different from what I gather, because in the human world we have pain, we have struggle, we have all of that. But that's why we came here. We came here to have all of these hard to deal with issues, so that we can pull ourselves up to higher dimensions and realities and experiences and blah blah blah. Okay, so this is a time for you to break out of your old ways and start experiencing the world in a new way. Okay, because this is what I feel like. You're birthing into a new environment. Sort of for a long time you felt like you've just been locked up, that you were in a prison. But the world is not a prison. We're not on a prison planet like everyone says as well. It's something I don't like. It's we're not on a prison planet. We're not controlled by, we are not controlled. The minute we realize that we are free, we're free. That is it. Nobody controls you. It's all down to consent. That is the number one thing. So this is what it is. Okay? But yeah. Also, there may be some kind of feelings of supernatural stuff going on with you as well. You need to just tune into it. Ask your guides or meditate on it, like what is this? Because this Ace of Wands and this Queen of Wands sort of wants you to experience these more magical things and stepping into that 8th house kind of energy, okay? But yeah, that is all I have for you, group number 4. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment down below if you enjoyed it, and I will see you all in the future. Goodbye.